Hi all, it's Lisa here. I just did this video, uploaded it. The sound is terrible. So I'm going to leave it. I don't yet have the heart to take it down because I said a lot of stuff that I really wanted to share, and I don't really have the energy to go through all of that territory again. But I want to say some things in an audible way since the last video was almost completely inaudible because they're important. The first of these is I just wanted to express my deep gratitude to community, to Sangha, to this broad, beautiful YouTube community, this online world of spiritual seekers, of tarot readers, of adepts in the mantic and interpretive arts, and particularly to Kasia at Tarot Map, who gifted me one of her friend Piotr's beautiful handmade decks. Kasia sent this to me, blew me away. It is the Vandenborre Tarot, the Trumps, and I love it. It feels amazing. It's beautiful. It smells wonderful. The Piotr, I don't know how to pronounce his name. Piotr, you know, kind of hand varnished. Hand makes these cards, and then they're sort of hand varnished. They feel lovely, and the colors are so sharp. This deck, the Vandenborre Tarot. Here's the Fool, who's actually numbered 22. The Vandenborre Tarot is this really interesting Flemish deck. And I don't know a whole lot. It's also called the Bacchus Tarot. And a couple months ago, I managed to snag a copy of it on eBay. US Games used to make this deck. They printed it in Belgium with Cartamundi. It goes back to 1983, I think. And they're not super, super rare, but they can be a little spendy. This one that I got on eBay is in nice quality and was not very expensive. But, you know, there's nothing like the beauty and the intentionality of this handmade, this just adorable handmade deck, which I love it. The Bacchus, so, you know, the Hierophant. Oh, sorry, my computer is dinging. Let's do that. So the Hierophant is Bacchus. How awesome is that? And I love love. So it's not the lover here like it is in other Marseille style decks. It is l'amour. And then the Chariot with the cute horsey who doesn't really want to go anywhere, it looks like. So they're not two horses, but there's one kind of recalcitrant horse. Justice. The Hermit. Wheel of Fortune. I like that Force card, the Strength card. The Hangman, who is right side up. Death wearing a cape. The Devil. So many eyes. The Devil can see us, eyes and faces. He's got so many faces, so many eyes on us. Temperance. And Temperance says fame and sun. Not sure. And then La Foudre. So the tower is just lightning. Lightning striking a tree. And I love this star card with the house. And I don't know if that's a sextant. Is that what that is that he's holding? There. Allowing him to measure. Beautiful moon card. And the sun. Look at the angel. I love it. And finally, this really fabulous world card. So it's a beautiful deck. I mean, this copy of it is a beautiful copy of it. And just so precious to me. You know, to have seen Kasia's initial video, which if I can, I'll link to it below. Her initial video where she talked about her friend having made this. And at the time I wanted one and I almost tried to contact him. And then for her to send it to me, just way too generous. Anyway, the L at Sacred Seed has a really nice walkthrough of the U.S. Games version of this deck. I just want to highlight a couple of things from it. First of all, whoops, the cardstock, it has that kind of, it really feels old, antique. It's cardboard. The back is has a slight glossy feel to it, but the front is just that sort of slightly rough, matte cardboard. The colors are quite muted. It feels amazing, and it looks amazing. Just to quickly, right, I went through this a tiny bit on my Inaudible video. It's a Marseille style deck, but with these really strange differences, like the Spanish captain instead of the high priestess. If you like, and I do, if you like sort of these olives and these kind of pumpkin colors, it's really pale yellows. It's a beautiful deck. So I haven't played with it much. Getting the Sweet Trumps version from Kasia is inspiring me to find out more about this deck. Find out what its history is. I think it's 18th century, but I'm actually not sure. So, 18th century by F.I. Vandenborg cardmaker at Brussels. They're woodblock printed and stencil colored. Anyway, very cool deck. I want to find out more. Wanting to give my thanks to community and to Kasia and just feeling that depth of love, of Sangha. This month, the last month, why I've been away from YouTube for so long, well, long by social media standards, it's been like 3.5 weeks, is because of the sudden death of my Zen teacher's youngest daughter, his 18-year-old daughter. She had leukemia, had been sick for a number of months, very aggressive cancer, and was very aggressively fighting it with chemotherapy, and then her body just gave out. So, just this reminder, right, of how fragile everything is. I can't even imagine his loss, his family's loss, their close circle of family and friends, just heart-wrenching. And the impact on the whole, spiritual community as we try to hold my teacher and his family in their grief, and we feel the ripples of that loss, and in it all, just this reminder of why we practice. What is spiritual practice? Why are we doing this? Why strive to wake up? Why strive for clarity? Why strive to anchor ourselves in this present moment? And the answer is, because the world is fragile and so precious, and our hearts have to open enough to hold that truth and to remind each other and ourselves that we are not single beings. We are tied together. Our molecules, our breath, our atomic particles. It's all interwoven. And remembering that profound interconnection, which is community, which is Sangha, The other thing I was saying in my last video that was inaudible, I was talking about how the weather, here in Eugene, it's like triple digits, which is insane, right? It's usually in the 80s this time of year, totally record-breaking. I'm looking outside. It's, well over 100. I think it's like 104 right now. And the sky is gray. And the sky is gray because it's filled with freaking smoke, because it's so hot that there's forest fires everywhere. So the air quality is terrible. And it's just this reminder of we're burning up our world. We're destroying our world, right? So breathing in the wood smoke, but breathing in this reminder of how fragile we all are. So my other bit of news, so July was just devastating. My card of the month was the Eight of Swords. It was a very Eight of Swords month. But in the midst of that sense of being bound and trapped and just devastated, the classic Eight of Swords, the figures, foot touching the water. Just get the image up. So, just this reminder, too, of hope, right? And, of that little touch of the toe into the rivers of life, the ways in which the Eight of Swords recalls the star. So, my little dipping of the toe into the waters of life this month, I finished a book proposal for my book on Mindful Tarot, and it's now in the hands of an editor, and hopefully, fingers crossed, will make its way into publication. So, we'll see. And in fact, I talked about my work on Mindful Tarot on Bridget Esselman's podcast for Biddy Tarot. So I'll put the link for that below. Anyway, okay. That's probably enough for now, kind of recapping my last video that you probably couldn't hear, and sending you all my love. Thank you. Thank you. Well, I just decided I would take down that completely inaudible video. And so I wanted to add a little bit to what I just said about Kasia's wonderful gift. So the deck came to me wrapped like this from Poland, with this like really neat little like hand-loomed, not hand-loomed, hand-spun bit of yarn. And attached to the bow was this charm, which was a little miniature dorje, the sort of double-headed thunderbolt from Tibetan Buddhism. So I added that to my Buddha altar, my little travel altar. So I just want to show that. So here's the little mini dorje for a little mini awakening, diamond piercing, brilliant dharmic action. And I have it in my this is my little Altoid travel altar with a magnet that has Buddha on it, and then a little piece of aventurine and a little mini Buddha. So I put it balances, really it does. The Buddha goes on the aventurine, and then I stand the whole thing up in front of the Altoid. I've got a little light, and I sort of, in my little box of, it's Maitreya Buddha, on a little box of matches. Anyway, I've showed this off before, but I really wanted to, the Altoid thing I showed off before, but I wanted to show off my sweet little dorje. Okay, so I'll be posting some more videos of some of the wonderful acquisitions, little July favorites. Despite what a hard and grief-filled time it's been, I've had some wonderful discoveries with the 78 cards. So more anon. Bye, folks.